Hi, this is Rohit Khilnani from NDTV in India.
Hi,
Hi,
Rohit.
Daniel. Good to see you.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Next time, hopefully in person.
Yes.
Daniel, if you could go in this chamber where you could see your past, which period of your life would you like to go back and just observe?
I think I would go back to my high school days. I know a lot of people
Oh,
don't like high school because, there's bullying or whatever happening, but I had a pretty happy high school life. I would say from 16 to 18 was a great time because I had my driver's license, I had a car, so I had some
okay,
freedom,
okay.
but I was still living at home. I didn't have to pay rent. I didn't have to worry about my future. And then I had a great group of friends. I'm still friends with these guys, actually. So that was like the probably most carefree period of my life, I think. And I'd like to go
So,
back to that time.
so if we see it, we get to see a bit of a wild side.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, we were wild, but not crazy, American
Okay,
teenager stuff. That,
right.
yeah, yeah.
Right. And Daniel, if you could put someone else in that and see their past, whose past would you like to see?
Oh, you know what? This is really interesting because my father's 92 now, and he has
Okay.
Alzheimer's dementia, and lost a lot of his memory. And so
Sorry.
I would
Yeah.
really like to go with him back to the
Hmm.
time he grew up, because he grew up in
Okay.
Shanghai in the 1920s and 30s, right? And that was kind of like a really the heyday of Shanghai at the time. And then it was before the war. There was so much going on there.
Right.
The
Right.
way he describes life at that time seemed so interesting. And so I'd like to go back and share that time with him.
That's beautiful. Daniel, if you could explain to the audience what is happening here? There's water, there's Miami, it's all in the night. What has happened to the world in your
So
movie?
this world, I mean, is our future if we don't take care of it. You see the flooding and all that. This global warming has taken a big effect in that world, in the
Right.
reminiscence world. And so you see Miami and New Orleans is all flooded. It's so hot during the day that the time has switched. People work during the
Right.
evenings, or out during the evenings, and then sleep during the day. So there's a lot of warning signs there in this movie. I mean, I think any
Mhm.
great sci-fi is a reflection of the present day, right? And so I think Lisa Joy has stuck in a bunch of Easter eggs there for us to contemplate about our own future and our own humanity. You know,
Right. And lastly, where does your character come in? Do you want to tell them
where does my
about
character?
your character? Yeah.
So this is an incredibly interesting story because you have a protagonist, a hero, played by Hugh Jackman,
Yeah.
who has loved the same woman that the bad guy or the antagonist has loved, and they've both lost in
Mm,
the same way. She's both broken their hearts, and so you have these two characters that are seemingly at odds with each other, but have experienced the same thing, and
right.
that's where their commonality is. And it's so you have like all these layers that this is sci-fi, this is film noir, this is action, all that kind of stuff. But then you have this incredible, interesting story about love and loss,
Right.
um,
Interesting.
our memories and what those
Great.
mean to us.
Great. Thank you, Daniel. Thank you for your time.
You're right. Take care.
Yeah. Bye bye.